Well, surprise, surprise, guys. We are drilling spot welds. Monday we'll be done. Just got this panel back from my mate Jordan, who sandblasted it for me. Most of the rusted sections. I'm just giving the rest of it a bit of a rough up and get ready for some primer. Same with these pieces. Both of these, I got him to blast them because I didn't want to have to replace things I didn't have to. There's some pretty questionable sections in here, thanks to Nissan, but yeah, rust replacement, rust repair pretty well. I'll probably just do a whole new section in there because it's an easy one to fold. Having said that, we'll have a look at it anyway, a bit closer. I couldn't do that top hat section, which reminds me, I got some different top hat in the last video. You may have seen, I wasn't happy with the top hat I got. I tried to avoid to have to roll some up, but I got a heavier gauge of this Rondo gear. We use it at work for, like I said, like suspended ceilings and like steel frame walls and stuff. So I've got the heavier gauge, which is like, the other one was like an M525, that's the part number. This one's the H for heavier gauge, 525, so it's a 50 mil face, 25 upstand and an 18 or 19 mil flange, which is perfect for what I want. Size-wise, they do heaps of different sizes, but that was good. It's galvanized. The reason I didn't like the lighter gauge one is because it had a heavy dimple on it and it looks shit. It looks like a building material. I didn't want that sort of look on a car. This one has a very minute dimple, or knurling as they call it, which almost a high build primer or a primer and a buff, it won't take much to fill it, even if it's a skim of body filler or something. So I'm happy with that. It's a time saver. It'll still look like factory. But right now, I'm just pulling these last two bits off here. I've just been avoiding it because I'm so sick of doing spot welds. But these two pieces have got to come off. Finish cleaning this up. I've got a couple bits. I just want this flange on this top is a little bit bigger than the side, so I'll trim that off to match the height of this flange. Pull these two little wings off, the triangles off, and there's a couple holes that I'll just fill in and then clean them back up. And then might even cut some top hat and work that out, and then prime everything. So prime everything that got blasted. I've still got Jordan, I think he's just messaged me before saying that I can pick up my 2 quarters, the ones with the domed rear quarter. They're blasted, so I'll go pick them up in a bit too and get everything sealed, get all the metal sealed, which would be good. And then, yeah, we'll probably continue with the rust repair. I'll run with you a little debacle. As far as proportions, I'm super cautious of how this is going to look as a full finished product because I'm altering so much. I don't want it to look dopey. And I need to get around that rear body mount. That's critical. I need to keep that. But as is, the cab really wants to be in front of that. So it's looking like probably a door extension, which isn't too in depth. I've got spare doors. I could literally cut one, cut the other at a longer point and put them together. But yeah, we'll run through that in a bit. In the meantime, I'll rip these 2 off, finish cleaning this up. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, this one's for you, Matt, a bloke I work with. He got shitty at me the other day because I was using my panel hammer, smacking stuff apart with it. So there you go, Matt. This one's for you. I got my normal hammer. I apologise. I'm definitely getting better at pulling spot welds, that is for sure. That's rubbish. One to go. But yeah, like anything, the more you do, the better you get at it. I found if you get started with one and you pop that one, you can get a chisel. Like this one is, in my opinion, it's not amazing because it's a bit thick. You can slide under it and put a little bit of upward or splitting pressure on your panel and your whatever spot welder to it. So then when you drill this next one with that little bit of pressure, it'll want to split apart when you get close rather than gouging into your panel that you're keeping. And then once that one's done, you knock your chisel or whatever in a bit further to put pressure on the second one, and so on and so forth. So these are bloody nice, like nothing's taken out of this panel, the back wall, so that's a good thing. One more there, a bit of cleaning up. Oh, now a little bit of a clean up between an orbital sander and a Rolock. Just point out that it might be easier if I show you from over this side. This is the one that's just been cleaned up. This is the reason I removed, well, one of the reasons I removed it. With that panel on there, you couldn't see any of that rust. It looked relatively good. But to uncover it and have a look, last thing I want to do is go to these efforts of building this vehicle and then I have, technically it'd probably take a long time for that to ever evolve into something after it's finished, but for the sake of an extra half an hour's work or maybe an hour's work of removing this and cleaning it up, just a no-brainer. Do it properly. So a couple more spot welds got to go. Okie dokie. Get the old Tiggy McTigson out. Here I've got a bit of gas left in this bottle here. I think I got a little bit of gas left in that bottle. Shout out, you probably can't hear me with all the rustling. Yeah, that's not bad. Shout out to Stewie, Ryman Manufacturing. He's donated the gas. Stewie's my neighbour. He's also the lad that did the flue on the potbelly. He's also the lad that's taken years to do his hot rod, so hurry up, Stuart. Get something done. He actually said it can be my next project. So we just need to TIG up these corners and dolly them up as we go, just to match the radius on the bottom edge. There's a hole here, well, there's a couple holes here. So we'll TIG them up. And then we just need to cut this flange down like I was saying before to match the sides. Man, I love TIG welding. Doesn't spit and spatter at you. It's sort of therapeutic. I think I've told you that before, but I'm telling you again. I have a feeling this will be too thin to weld, but we might be putting a patch in here. Yes, just as I suspected. It's probably for the best anyway. All this section here is quite pitted, so I reckon I'm going to replace this section. That was actually a hole from when I was heat shrinking with the oxy, so we'll put a patch in there. I think the rest will be alright, but when you're dealing with a mil 1.2 of thickness, when you've got some pitting, it doesn't take much to make it really, really thin. Thinking is what I might do is use one of these little sheet metal hole saws, because I was told that you'll get less deforming if you have a radius. So I might use that hole saw, get a block of wood. Bat flattery. Nice little hole saws, these babies, actually, for sheet metal. Now that I've taken that out, turn this off. Now that I've taken that out, that tin canning is like pretty well gone completely, which is nice. Now when I add this in, I'm expecting there to be some serious panel problems, more tin canning, but I guess we can just fix that afterwards. Now I need some sheet metal. Got a bit of a scribe line on there, cut him out. That is panel fitment 101. Jig him in there, job done. All right, this is getting close. Close, I tell you. I need to trim this off. I'll get a little adjustable square. Yeah, these damn adjustable squares don't last very long when they start. You can't get any tension on them. But anyway, this is my problem, not yours. Pretty happy with that. Back wall was pretty well getting there. Pretty contradicting statement, but this is what we've got so far. A pretty well straight. There is small, it's not metal finish, so I'm not wasting my time getting every little blemish out. But yeah, that's what my back wall looks like. Completely stripped, rust repaired. I think we will call that an episode. Thanks for watching. If you're here, you may as well subscribe, help me out. I think next we will get on to making the structure. So cutting up this top hat, getting some structure into this back wall, ready. So once this is sealed and primed with my Epitech primer, I'll then be able to start spot welding that structure in, and that's when it gets some real rigidity, some strength about it. And yeah, we can start putting something back together. So yeah, like I said, thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one.